fiance's sister-in-law is trying to invite her family to our wedding after I was uninvited from their Christmas. New account because friends know my other Reddit handle. My 39 female, fiance 41 male, we call him Frank, are getting married after 13 years together. We're in the middle of planning our wedding for end of 2025 and all has been going well until this last week. Buckle up, friends, because this requires a backstory. We met in Frank's home country and moved to mine as he'd always wanted to go. Things worked out fantastic. We had a great life working and traveling. My family loved him and he loved them. In 2021, thanks to the spicy cough, I ended up having to quit my job and look after my mother as she became sick, then needed round-the-clock care. I was eventually able to put my mother into permanent care, that's a whole other saga, and started working again. But it had put a huge strain on our relationship, and we were working out whether or not to continue or break up. Early 2022, future brother-in-law Ned, male 45, aware of the relationship situation, invited us to have Christmas with him and his wife Karen's, 49 female, family in their, Frank's, home country. Frank was excited and told me to book the tickets and time off work because he thought it'd be a good chance to do something fun together. That no matter what happened with our romantic relationship, he considered me his family. And he wanted to share his family with me after all the years I'd shared my family with him. Everything was organized when just 2 months before we were told by Ned that he and Karen are no longer hosting Christmas. Karen's sister is. It's going to be a destination Christmas. We're not invited because Karen's sister thinks it will be awkward. Okay. Turns out Frank is welcome. I am not because we haven't sorted things out yet. We pretty much had, we just hadn't told them the latest. Frank was furious, not least of which because Ned visited us some years before. Karen rocked up uninvited and at the time was Ned's mistress. I see what's really going on here. We hosted the two of them for a fortnight, but it put Frank in an incredibly awkward position with everyone back home. Ned can't say no to his Karen. Fast forward to the present, and we decided to hold the wedding in Frank's home country. Think converted barn for the wedding and reception. It's the perfect venue and has been used for a number of family and friends events. It also allows us to pay for the few people coming from my country to fly over. The wedding will be small, about 30 of our absolute closest friends and family. Here's where Ned and Karen know this is a closest people only event, but as it's their house, they want a few people there too. Ooh, okay. Ned asked if two of his closest friends who used to be Frank's good friends can come. Used to be. Frank was fine with that. However, now Karen has asked if her sister and her brother-in-law can come. She told them about hosting the wedding and, quote, they absolutely love weddings and are great fun. Casually threw in,
it's our house, you know.
And has all but given them an invite. This is the same sister and brother-in-law from whose Christmas we were uninvited. I've never met them, and Frank has only met them a couple of times. We remind her that it's only people we know well, but she ignored us and is now dropping hints that some of her girlfriends would be great guests too. Ned is really happy to be doing this for us as hosting has become something of a tradition for him, but he also can't say no to Karen. So would we be a-holes if we turned down this offer and booked a different venue so we don't have to deal with his wife? Well, no, because if they're holding that over your head, they're essentially saying they can invite whoever they want to your wedding. And yes, it is their house. So, like, I feel kind of like I would feel guilt tripped into like allowing that. I don't know. The solution here is clearly just to have the wedding somewhere else so that you can invite who you want. Because yeah, it is their house and they are going to hold that over your head. And if this is the first time they're holding it over your head, I feel like there's going to be other times too. We know it'll hurt Ned and ruffle a few family feathers, but we just don't know how to make sure we won't have a bunch of drama with Karen. Additionally, would I be the a-hole if I excluded her from the Bachelorette? I don't even want one, but it's expected. Extra info. We did not get invited to their wedding. Karen, said, oh, we didn't think you'd be able to make it. We organized it so quickly, knowing full well Frank had been to Ned's first wedding and had flown back for other major events at short notice. Sounds like a cop-out to me. Number 2, Frank is wanting to disinvite Karen completely from the wedding or give Ned an invite stating Ned +1 to suggest he might have a new mistress to Karen. He's so petty. I love it. Ooh, this is messy.